16 Pros and Cons of Living in Iowa. I have not spent that much time in Iowa, but it is a neighboring state to Wisconsin, where I do live. I have researched this area once before, and I found the feedback from people who live there concerning its pros and cons. Pros of living in Iowa. 1. Reasonable cost of living. Iowa has its incentives, and its cost of living, which comes in at 16.3% below the national average, is probably one of them for most people. I was impressed when I found that out. Median rents for a two-bedroom house are only about $793, in contrast to the $1,148 national average. 2. Less snow than other states. It does not snow as much in Iowa as in Vermont, New Hampshire, Colorado, Wisconsin, Michigan, or other states. This allows for safer road conditions, even in the winter. About 31.27 inches fall here, according to 2022 reports. That is about 15 inches less than in Wisconsin and 30 inches less than in Michigan, and that is far less than Vermont, which gets 89.25 inches total per year. 3. Farming opportunities. Living on a farm, in my opinion, would be more interesting than just passing through one when traveling. You would be pretty busy working on it if you wanted to pursue this for a living. Even if it is just for you and your household sustenance, now would be a great place to do that. It also seems to be an excellent place to find agricultural jobs working on other people's farms in Iowa. 4. High educational rankings. Iowa ranked number 1 for opportunities in 2021 and number 18 for educational opportunities overall. It is also ranked in the top 10 in different periods in history in both the K-12 and higher education sectors. By 2022, Iowa is ranked 8th in education, and you can receive quality training here even at state and local colleges. 5. Plenty of personal space. It is not such a dense state that you practically bump into your neighbor's elbow when you walk on the side of your lot. Des Moines, Iowa's most populous city, has only 218,384 people in it. Considering that New York City has more than 1 million people in all its boroughs, that is not many people. You can live and breathe here and only talk to people when you want to. 6. Mostly safe. Despite some metropolitan crime, Iowa still ties with Wyoming for the position of the 6th safest state in the U.S. to live in 2022. Another report indicates that Iowa is number 8 for personal safety after 2020 to 2021. It ranks 18th safest state overall during the same period. 7. Variety of seasons. Iowa is not considered one of the most exciting places to live. However, one thing that keeps it interesting is that it does experience a range of weather during summer, fall, winter, and spring. It also has its share of pretty flowers, such as the snowy goldenrod, milkweed, or cornflowers. In the fall, it is one place you can go to see the changing leaf colors sooner than in other U.S. locations. 8. A creative place. People who do not want to drink in cornfields have to think of something else to do with their time. Just kidding. Iowa does not consume nearly as much alcohol as Wisconsin does. Iowa comes in at 24th, as opposed to UI being 8th as reported in 2022. However, this state has more going for it if you are one of those people who like arts, crafts, music, and other creative pursuits. Cons of living in Iowa. 1. Harsh winters. My experience with Wisconsin winters is that we have enough snow to insulate. It is much harder to deal with the dryness of a winter without snow too. That is rough. I do feel sorry for Iowans because of this. I contend with enough skin problems as it is, such as chapped hands and lips. I cannot imagine what it is like for them. By the way, average January temperatures are about 14 degrees Fahrenheit here, and it sometimes reaches minus 50 degrees Fahrenheit. It does also get this cold in Iowa sometimes. However, the primary difference remains about how much snow a place does or does not have. Snow just always seems to make cold air less frigid on sub-zero days. 2. Boring landscape. Iowa is a very rural state. Anywhere that isn't a city is pretty much one huge cornfield. City Data Forum user. It didn't make the top 10 list of flattest states. However, the local perception is that it consists of mainly cornfields. This may be part of the reason it also ranked the 6th most boring state overall. More than half of the people in the state over 15 are married, but that does not necessarily mean you cannot have fun here. 3. High crime in cities. Maybe the most exciting thing about Iowa is its high crime rate in the cities. I'm not sure why that is, but Cedar Rapids, for instance, has a 2019 safety index ranking of 21. It is still one of the least dangerous cities because of its population density, however, 77,390 in 2022. At least it is safer than Davenport or Des Moines, which have 2 to 3 times more violent crimes than Cedar Rapids. Some Iowa residents, however, think of Cedar Rapids as not that safe. 4. No major sports teams. This may be a bummer for people who like the NFL, AFL, or NBA teams. However, the state does still have plenty of minor baseball, basketball, football, soccer, volleyball, and other sports teams in it. Of course, that does not mean Iowans cannot enjoy major sports on TV, but they do not have them. 5. Sparse beaches and mountains. Iowa does have its Big Creek State Park in Des Moines, and it also has lakeside dining and campsites. However, you will not see many mountains unless you are near the Mississippi River. It does have some rivers and streams, though. 6. Lack of entertainment, some places. Apparently, you have places like Centerville that only have a Walmart. That is the equivalent of a Wisconsin, whose prime social spot beside the bars is the local Quick Trip in small communities. Iowa does also have some Quick Trips or Quick Stars, just in case you want some other place to hang out than Walmart. 7. Low income. It is nice to have a low cost of living. However, you may have to think of a way to work at home, such as online freelancing, to take advantage of an inexpensive lifestyle. Local incomes might only average about $30,000 per year or less. 8. Not much ethnic diversity. Word has it that Iowa is about 90% white. I did not believe it until I saw it for myself. Sure enough, it is the 7th least ethnic diverse state in the U.S.